All right, my nephews and nieces, once again, we are back breaking down this roadmap. There's so much stuff in here, man, that, really, truly needs to be looked into. And that's what I'm going to do, man. I'm going to try my best to do that. Again, what I want to stress is that I have no insider information on this. This is all just my opinions and my hypotheses of what's going on. But as you're going to see as it moves up here to the left, what you're going to see is this orange juice, okay? Now, this orange juice, if you know from 2K17 with Michael B. Jordan, it was a My Career takeover type to where you and Michael B. Jordan, well, you can control Michael B. Jordan too. So you can control him, and in My Career, you usually can only just control yourself. But when the orange juice was activated, you was able to control yourself or your My Player along with Michael B. Jordan. It was very overpowered. It was like really fun. And again, like a lot of us park players, we just used it when we were trying to get our badges. So it really helped us when it came to achieving our badges. And then it was also there with heat check. So you have heat check just under the orange juice. I don't know if they have any type of correlation to each other, or is it just heat check is just stating like, yo, heat check is coming back, and then orange juice is orange juice. Now, 2K is just not going to plop something in there with no meaning. So obviously there is going to be something going on in My Career when it comes to that. Now, if they're just going to just leave it just as it is and just have the takeover to where you can now be able to control your My Player along with somebody else, I think that's kind of lazy just to bring back something and not try to revamp it. Right? I think we can all agree with that. I mean, this is something from 2K17. This is over 11 years ago. Like, are we just going to just throw something in there with not having it reworked or having, a new spin on it? Hopefully what this would do, and again, this is just a couple ideas I'm having, is that it's not just something that will be working in the the My Career mode, right? Why not have it something like Starter 5? If Starter 5 is coming back, you get to heat, then all of a sudden, when we're Starter 5, you can only control yourself, then maybe you can control other players when you activate that. Like, that would be pretty dope, right? You know what I mean? Some people that play Starter 5 know what I'm talking about. If you don't play Starter 5, it's basically just like My Career. You're controlling your My Player and you're playing with 4 NBA bots, right, on your team. But maybe you can be able to utilize that. I think that would be pretty, I don't know how overpowered that would be. I don't know how the Starter 5 world would think about it like that, but I think that would be something that they could utilize. Now, I can't get past the fact that the heat check is in there. Now, heat check by itself was already overpowered, right? I felt like it was overpowered. I do not think that some people are saying like, oh, does that mean they're going to have double takeover? I don't see that being a thing anymore. I feel like the takeover system is customizable. Why would we ever change something that's just like coming from the builder we have now and then going back to pie charts? Why are you going to give us freedom to make our building what we want and then all of a sudden restrict us? So if you go to dual takeovers, that's restricting us, because right now, currently, you can get any type of takeover you want based upon the attributes you have. Now, if you're saying that you'll be able to get a takeover that you cannot unlock, like for instance, if you're a big center and all of a sudden you can get blur takeover with the orange juice take, then yeah, that would be actually pretty dope. And that would definitely be something I'm all for, because I love having as much, giving us everything that we possibly can at one time to try to get as close to making the complete superstar. So like, the prime Michael Jordan, Kobe, or the prime Shaq, like stuff like that we cannot typically get in the My Player builder in the current state of the park. To be able to have the ability to get the orange juice activated, and then you will be able to unlock takeover abilities that we currently aren't able to get based upon our attribute restrictions. I think that'd be really dope. So if the orange juice is going to do that, which again, if you're talking about how orange juice takeover originally was, and then now I'm trying to say for dual takeovers, I think that would be something completely different. But the heat check does something to me to make me feel, because what heat check does is basically, like the next shot you have is basically a guaranteed bucket, right? So if they're gonna say now you get one possession to where your heat check is going to allow you to have everything, right? You got the blur take, you got kind of like your grand badge, and so for that one possession, you are able to speed boost with your center. You're able to, again, I think that's fire. Right? I really do think that's fire, but I just feel like 2K is just not about that life. Like they don't want us to have too much fun, man, because I feel like that would be absolutely game changing. And I know a lot of y'all have mentioned that on Twitter and Reddit and other social outlets, talking about the correlation between the heat check and orange juice. So y'all let me know in the comment section, what do y'all think? Like, do y'all think that is something that could happen, or do you think it's just going to be regulated back to my career? And if it is going to be regulated back to my career, then hopefully it's going to be something different than what they have currently done with it back in 2K17, because I feel like, again, like I said, it's lazy and it's cut and paste, and there should be more done to it than just bringing back the basics. Now, here's another thing. People are saying that maybe with the orange juice, it has nothing to do with that at all, and everything to do with the fact that Michael B. Jordan is coming back to the game. Now, again, if he's coming back to the story mode, I mean, that is what it is. It's like, that doesn't really affect the gameplay, and I don't think a lot of us are that really motivated to be like, oh, Michael B. Jordan's in the storyline, because a lot of us don't even care about the storyline. We don't even watch it, right? I mean, regardless of how great the production is or whatever, I'm holding X and I'm speeding through everything. I don't even play NBA games. I don't even play the My Career story mode. I don't do anything. I just play Park and Rec and Theater and Stage and that type of stuff. So if they're bringing back orange juice and not even having for a dual take, but just saying like, hey, Michael B. Jordan's coming back, like that is, I don't think that will go. I don't think that will roll over really well with the rest of the community, unless you are just a My Career player that literally loves the story mode. I'm not a story mode guy, but maybe that could also be the angle too. So those are all the different angles that we are all kind of putting together. I'm very curious to see what do y'all think, because even though I'm saying this is just my opinion, but maybe y'all have some other inside information, or I love to see the perspective with all the different eyes that are on this on roadmap, and giving me an understanding like, yo, no, you completely off, man. What they're saying is this. So if you feel like I'm off, let me know. And if you feel like I'm on and hey, yo, no, you're actually making a lot of sense here, then go ahead and let it be known, and let's have the open discussion in the comment section. But other than that, this is your favorite old head, Uncle Jimmy. I'll be back really, really soon on the banger, man. When I say I'll be back soon on the banger, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm talking about tomorrow, man. I'm out.